having a spiritual eye to see what that is. And I know that just a fraction, like just the sun was the king star in the morning star, Venus, that birthed the age. And so most people are not very celestially wise. You don't give people a celestial eye. So I thank you for the celestial eye of the equinox on their lunar pagan calendar, where the 923 is the ritual that they're doing right now. They're dark children of darkness. You'll know them by their fruit. And so thank you for giving me the hearing ear and the eye to see, so that I can be the messenger to sound the horn and the shofar, and whoever has the ear, the hearing ears, because you unrestrained their ear and you lifted the scales from their eyes. That is revelation. Thank you for making me revelation. Thank you for making me a messenger. Because without you, Father, I would be nothing. Because you've pretty stripped away everything except for my animals from me, but I'm still nothing without you. So thank you for the word that you wrote on my heart and giving me a bounty and an abundance of time, so I can study and study and study and study and study and study. And I'm still in a study mode. I'm always in a study mode. I'm always learning, because time is changing. And so you have the stupid prick right here, Kiefer, who wants to push drugs on people like the government. Drug pushers, that's what they want you to do. Take drugs, take Ritalin, take methamphetamines, take Adderall. Just like Donald Trump, the number one drug dealer on this rock. $2.2 trillion jab. This person probably took several, and look at them. Look what's coming out of their face. Now they're pushing drugs, just like Donald Trump brought us the way that leads to the wide gate. You'll know them by their fruit. Drug pushers. Reality. This person doesn't even know what normality is. Normal. So what's normal there, Kiefer? What's normal? Tell everybody in here what normal is. What's normal? We're listening to you since you want me on medication. What kind of degree do you have, since you've lost grip on normality? Tell me what normal is. Is it normal to come and push drugs on people? I don't take medication. I don't take drugs. There's no narcotics in my medical files. So you're a drug pusher. You push drugs on people, just like Donald Trump, like the governments. They're the biggest drug pushers on this rock. So what would you like to say there, Kiefer? Is that like Kiefer Kia over there in Eugene? No, it's my cab, man. For real. We really make our own power here. We've got no power. He wants me to take medication, but he has no power. Me, he don't even make his own power. He's an idiot. He don't the original scripture. He's just some person. He's a drug pusher, so he has nothing to say. Oh, padded room. Okay, now 4channel wants now. And look at this is the kind of people they're kidnapping off the streets of America, brothers, sisters, that Trump, by executive order, people who they think that there's some kind of mental disability, or um, this is sick. A sick generation where they think it's okay to kidnap people for throw them in a rape cage and put them in some concentration camp for being. They did this during World War II, and that's why they're doing it again. They'll come pick up all these people are saying these people don't have any way to take care of themselves. Everybody who's talking to me doesn't make their power, so they don't have any power over me. They don't live on a farm. They don't make eggs. I had fresh chicken nuggets, butt nuggets, right off the back of the ass of a chicken. They got nothing to eat, store-bought eggs, so they're just fools who want to push drugs on you. They have no certification and, you know, not CLEAT, counsel, law enforcement education, no doctor and degree, medical doctor and 12-year study. They're just idiots pushing drugs on people, just like the government. I know I work for the government. Good stuff. There you go, Mackenzie. I did that until I got get a solar panel, get a wind turbine. They're not that expensive. Get off the grid totally, and you are hopefully, and It's independent, man. Don't be burning that fuel. Let the Father. He brings that million power candle watt. And the wind where I'm at, normally the wind blows after the sun goes down, or kind of vice versa. There's some blank days, but use it until you can't. The sun right now is still producing, a million billion candle watt power, and so cool. Run on. Get multiple ways. Find multiple ways to produce power. Gas fire. Do lots of different. Ziggy, do you have extra insulin? Do you have extra insulin? A good supply of insulin? And I think you got to keep insulin cold. Remember, that's, if I'm not mistaken, maybe not, because they have some newer tech here. But do you have extra insulin? Do you know about Jace Medical? Because you can get extra insulin, and those people who have uh, family members, kids or whatever that are on inhalers, people, it's food we eat, man. We eat poison. So no wonder we're all have issues. So our diets are garbage, but it is what it is. So do you uh, do have extra insulin, Ziggy? Because I've put out here at Jace Medical, you can contact them and they'll have a doctor. They can get into your file and they can give you extra insulin. It's really hard for people to get it, I know. And inhalers too. Yes, okay. Okay, so try to be stocked up on that. So what if the grid goes down? How much do you think do you have right now? How long do you could make? You ever thought about, and not giving you any recommendations, consult your doctor, because I'll get myself in trouble about maybe trying to curb it with diet. I gave myself diabetes by drinking 300 plus ounces of Mountain Dew or Coke a day and eating sugar and everything, just carbs. And I was just, my blood sugar was whacked. Because you need to think about how many days, months, years can you go right now with the insulin you have if you have to stay that on that. I want you to start looking at it, please, your diet, and try to get maybe you can work with your doctor on careful, because I think doctors are evil. As you know me, I don't like doctors. So you got drug pushers come here pushing drugs, on people, just like doctors. That's what they do. Pharmakia, snakes of the pole, sorcery is what the word is. Pharmakia. So drug pushers. Oh my gosh. Yes. Please, Ziggy, get hold of Jace Medical ASAP. I mean, the grid could go down tomorrow. It could just be the sun. It could be the sun's been acting just like it should, doing what it's supposed to. But our grid is our magnetosphere that you hear me talking about on here is getting crushed. It's kind of like an any day thing. And I'm not saying in panic. It could already happen. Father's being pretty merciful with us, letting us. You can still get TP for your bunghole too, right? So you know you take it as you will, but you do need, if you do need that, then please, you need to have a year supply or something, of that, and figure out how to keep that cold. Maybe can you get it down? What is the temperature that it needs to be at? Can you get it below the surface of the ground? Can you find a place to store that somewhere? Is it I forget what is. I curved mine with diet, to be 100% honest with you. I just radically changed my diet, and it went away. Like, I don't have heartburn. I don't have those issues with blood sugar. I don't have a lot of issues that I had back then. But I also had sciatica and nerve issues, so I couldn't tell the difference between, being an insulin shock and my sciatica being stupid, having vertigo, and some of the weird things that. But diet, changed my diet, exercise, and now I live on a farm and I'm stronger, than. I'm just struggling mentally right now because of all the crap going on. Because Father beats the snot out of me, but I still a lot here to look around and go, man, that's a pretty big farm for just one dude to produce. These 40 acres here. There's been a lot to take care of, and another 20 up the road, another 5 on the highway. So projects, building UFOs, all the crazy things I do. So um, can't be the craziest guy in town if you don't build a UFO, right? So anyways, please make sure you look into Jace Medical. You can find that link through Canadian Preppers channel, or just look up, I'm sure, Jace Medical, where again they can contact a doctor and you speak to an actual doctor, and they'll send you probably like a year's supply. Boy, it sure feel a lot better if you had a whole year's supply, wouldn't you, Ziggy? A year, you might be able to figure out something by then. Maybe you can start weaning yourself off of it or something by then. I'm not sure how you do that, but I'm not giving any, again, medical advice. I just care about people who to not, be, If you need it, you need it. Not everybody. When I say drugs, I'm talking about narcotics, man. Pushing narcotics on people like these, or the jab, the greatest jab ever. Go in and mess with their protein in their DNA and start messing with people's bodies. That's every kind of animal, and all these things have horrible amount of just additives. We'll just say that, things in it that our bodies shouldn't be, heavy metals. And why do women have to inject other women's body parts in inside their kids to send them to school? That sucks. You know what I'm saying? Now listen to me, guys. Listen to me. Jersey, catch on to this for a minute and listen to me, guys. Why do people die of disease? People shouldn't die of disease. People should die of old age, brothers and sisters. What the hell is going on? It's our diet. People should die of old age. Put one in the chat if you've forgotten that. Used to kind of be a thing. Yeah, people would get some deep, but people should die of old age, not disease. What the hell is going on here? Really hit me hard the other day when I was thinking about it. You know what I'm saying? People should die of old age because we eat like crap, guys. We eat plastic. We eat food-flavored poison. What color? Red, lake, yellow dye would you like? Or blue, or food-flavored corn syrup, box-bagged and canned poison today. Which do you want? All this fruit looks like grandma's fruit that used to be on the table, all waxy and look like they're all the same shape and color. Why is that? Why are the pears all the same? The apples all the same? There you go, Jersey. Good stuff. Yeah. I'm a red meat eater. I'm hooked on red meat. I have chickens, but I don't eat pork. I don't eat seafood anymore. Not unless I go catch it or something. I don't want to mess with. No thanks. So that's the best thing to do. You ever heard of a red meat call on some red venison? Have you? Recall on venison? No. So, anyways, here's another thing you should compare, because I sold meat for a lot of years. I did for over a decade. I had a meat company, sold food, and remember venison. Look at venison. They have to add fat back to venison. That's what your burger should look like. When you go get meat from a butcher, your hamburger should look like venison. Maybe a little, not quite as much red, but almost. That meat should be like a burgundy color, not pink. Slime. That's disgusting. 1,000-cal burger. That's gross, man. People can't even believe they eat the red meat they eat. It's not meat. That's slime. That's not burger. That's $9 a pound across America for that crap right now. Not even good meat. You believe that crap? That's unbelievable. $9 a pound for ground beef, man. What the hell? And that ain't beef. That's lips and assholes. Apologize for my cursing, but and hoofs and horn and who knows. There ain't enough burger for McDonald's to even put beef in theirs. What are they putting in there? Yeah, what are we barking at? Anyways, maybe Kevin's coming over to say hi. Yeah. He's probably coming to get some water. So, but farms makes you sicker. There you go. Good stuff. Good stuff. Newbie, thanks for that outstanding comment. You know what I'm saying? So, yep. Holistic, go back to the ways of old. People used to be able to walk into the woods, a man or a woman, and feed themselves. Now people can't feed themselves without a Piggly Wiggly or a Kroger or a Winco or a Vaughn's or Safeway or whatever, Starbucks, they'd rather go buy a Starbucks punch card than a water filter or something. Oh, hold on, I gotta take this call. Just 1 minute. All right. Hey, guys, I'd love to stay in here. Jersey, I'm going to give you a wrench. I do appreciate people. I'd appreciate if you back. You don't have to subscribe to this channel if not, but I'm going to add you as a moderator. We give wrenches to people who put in good fruit and produce fruit in this channel. And where was the other one? Who put another? We had another really good comment here. Newbie. It was Newbie. Yeah. So I gave Jersey, you're going to get the wrench. Please. Okay, hold on. We're going to give Newbie the wrench here if we could. And then I'd come back in. I do lives quite often. Apologize. Sometimes I curse a little bit, but other than that, you know, if you can get through that, we're trying to produce fruit in here, man. Appreciate it. Ziggy, thanks for coming in. Get that Jace Medical. Get a hold of Jace Medical, please. I don't want to see if the lights went out, man. You need a year supply or more. Appreciate it, brothers, sisters. Pastor Revelation, Pastor Apocalypse. Leave a comment after the video if you want to live stream, and we'll see you on the next. Subscribe to the channel. I'll be back. See, there's 63 in you there. We'll be back. Pastor Apocalypse. Whoa.